Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
Right, so every time we come your way, we actually have conversations behind the scenes before we come your way, and that's how we start here this morning for the News Flash segment. My guests are really poised for this conversation, like I told you earlier, because the Ejisu by-elections is happening today. And I did mention to you that the NPP must win this election. It's a must for the NPP. If they should lose this election, they become the minority in parliament. So they are not taking chances on this particular elections. This is the News Flash segment, proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Now, I urge you to go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets. Are you looking for mobile phones? Are you looking for television sets, tabletop fridges? I mean, are you looking for air conditioners, CCTV cameras? Look no further, because Franco Trading Enterprise has got all of that and even many more. They've got their accessories as well, and they are running a promo, so you can get your discount up to 30% discount. Just visit any of our shops, or you can download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app on your phone, or visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa per fee. Do not forget to also take their number on our screen and contact them just in case you want to call them. Now, like I told you earlier, of course, Ejisu by-elections is happening today. Let me introduce my guest to you, Honorable Timothy Awontirim, representing the NDC this morning. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Rosalind.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great.
Yes, and I want to say good morning to Honorable Aye-Paye, my friend.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. and say good morning to our viewers out there. It's been a great week. It's been a great week. I want to thank God for his mercies and favors and for his grace to be here. I want to thank your TV and yourself for always looking splendid and making this platform very fantastic. But I need to protest because look at my water is standing halfway. And, I requested for no. Look at the balance of the bottle and look at his bottle. So I came first and I requested the water. You give me a disabled bottle and give me an able bottle. That's sort of how do you start the show like that?
Goodness.
Yeah. So I think that this discrimination in favor of people in government, we must be careful.
So this is actually physically challenged bottle.
Yes, you gave me a physically challenged bottle. I gave him and I am not really happy this morning.
Okay, Honorable, we are sorry then.
Yes.
We are very sorry. It will happen again.
And I requested for the water.
Yes.
He didn't need water. He came late too.
I didn't come late. You all walked in together.
I was here. No. I was
Okay.
here.
All right.
Don't
So
speak for him. He's here.
representing the NPP this morning is Honorable Aye-Paye. Good morning, Honorable Aye-Paye.
Good morning.
How are you?
Everybody, please, I'm fine. You see the habit of the NPP. I've asked him, he's a very good friend, to train a better path. So
No.
you'll be
Did you serve me water? So the one who served the water is the one I'm
So-
complaining.
so-
you don't want me to
By
complain.
nature, this will continue to happen to you. You see that I forgot to receive your water here. This weekend has been a very bad weekend.
Oh,
for me.
why?
Yes, I lost my auntie, the one that follows my father.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
She wasn't well for the past 3 years.
3 years?
Yes, she fell in the bathroom and fractured the thigh. And she was very plump, very big lady, very fast, so she couldn't walk again. Bedridden for 3 years, and we lost her last Saturday in the evening. So as I'm speaking, my cousins are at the 37 hospital box trying to transfer the body to.
I was going to say you should transfer.
Yeah, to someone. He's called Madame Aye-Paye. And he's popular Aye-Paye sport at Pig Farm. Anybody who lives around Pig Farm in the latter part of 2019, 2020 knows Aye-Paye sports. We lost her last Saturday.
Sorry. Honorable, please accept our condolences.
Yeah,
and we pray for strength for the family in this difficult
I
time.
quite remember when you were young and at school, everybody wanted to go and spend the vacation with Sisi Aye-Paye. And we call her Aye-Paye. We lost her last Saturday. May her soul rest well.
May her soul rest in peace. May her soul rest in
We
peace.
join you to
This is a very
empathize
difficult
with-
time,
yeah.
and Honorable has money to make it here. So we are grateful that even in your grief, you managed to be
So
here.
I have been in the constituency since last Saturday.
Wow.
I just came this morning.
Wow. Sorry about that. Let me quickly read what the newspapers have for us, but don't forget to join us, sending your messages to us. Our main conversation is on the Ejisu by-elections. We know that you have other concerns that you want to talk about, but let's try as much as possible to address the Ejisu by-elections. And like I said, it's the NPP needs a win for the Ejisu by-election. This is not the kind of by-elections that will say, oh, even if we don't win, we don't mind. Losing one seat is nothing. You know, if they lose that seat, they become minority in parliament, meaning that history will be made again. Let's read the newspapers. The New Finder newspaper is the first newspaper I'm reading. The New Finder newspaper. 100% local ownership of all new proven and natural resource reserves under my presidency. This is coming from Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Yesterday we did speak about his campaign that he had just started, a nationwide tour, and he started it in the eastern region. And he says the 100% local ownership of all new proven natural resource reserves under his presidency. Margin CEO is Ebusuapenyin of newly inducted mobile executives. We can pay pensions and survive beyond 2036. This is coming from SNIT. And I think there was a survey that came out over the weekend saying that SNIT was going to go bankrupt very, very soon. But SNIT has come out to say that they can actually pay the pensions to 2036. Man jailed 7 years as Cocoa Board intensifies crackdown on smuggling. I'll do the Business Analyst newspaper next. The Business Analyst. GRA-SML deal. Individuals involved should be prosecuted. This is coming from the NDC. Help transform nation. Pentecost University Vice Chancellor charges graduates. Price of LPG per kilogram constitutes 22% of taxes. And I know last week we were actually talking about the price of LPG. And we are being told that the taxes on LPG alone is 22%, hence the hike that we are experiencing. City weakens further. Year-to-date, depreciation hits 13.35%. As of yesterday, I think the city was 14.1 as against $1. So the city is fighting to survive. But we've seen it before. I think last year or so, we saw the cedi depreciate all the way to 16, but it managed to bounce back again. So we are hoping, with the fingers crossed, that the cedi will manage to bounce back again. The Economy Times newspaper. Banking sector records 1.6 billion Ghana cedis profit in first 2 months of 2024. Banking sector NPL deteriorates, and pensioners are alarmed as ILO, that is ILO, warns of depleted SNIT reserves by 2036. So again, like I said, looks like SNIT might be going bankrupt after 2036, but they are saying and they are promising that they'll be able to pay. But they still take the money. So where does the money go, though? And how are they running at a loss when you are deducting almost every worker in Ghana's salary? Anyway, the Daily Guide newspaper, youth employment empowerment is my focus. This is coming from Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Anti-gay bill, court shoots down NDC. Wife jailed 6 years for assaulting husband. Oh, wow. NPP starts peace talks, and you see Stephen and team addressing the NPP rally in Ejisu, and Ejisu votes today. So Ejisu will definitely be voting today. Ejako fires back at Mr. Beautiful. That's some entertainment stories in here. Whiskey trolls Davido and Don Jazzy. R. Kelly sentence appeal rejected. And sports. Swagging Barcelona for Aye-Paye's Congress. Keep your heads up. Buffalo tells the dreams. Arsenal will take a league title to the wire, says Arteta, and there will be fire if I speak. This is coming from Mohamed Salah. And that will be all for what the newspapers are reporting. Now today, our main conversation happens to be the Ejisu by-elections. Now talking about that, today is the D-Day. The NDC decided not to contest that seat, saying that it is not their main focus, but they'll rather contest it during the main elections on the 7th of December 2024. So they have left the seat to be contested by the NPP and the other political parties, and one strong member who is the main opposition for now. I'm talking about Mr. Kwabena Owusu-Aduomi. And Mr. Kwabena Owusu-Aduomi happens to be one person who is a former member of the NPP. Now, he has been to Parliament 3 times on the ticket of the NPP. Now, if you even look at the percentage of votes that he has gathered in the past, that he has contested on the ticket of the NPP, he's always done an average of 82% votes. So this is not somebody that you just say that you are throwing away, but he's a keenly contested seat. That seat is being keenly contested today. Let's take a look at this video.
Bigwigs of the NPP, including President Akufo-Addo and his vice, Dr. Bawumia, were present in the final rally of the party ahead of the by-election. The president mounted the campaign platform with some jabs for the former MP who is attempting a comeback as an independent candidate.
So about to cabinet minister, our MP.
You unseated a cabinet minister at Ejisu and found nothing wrong with that. But today, you are everywhere talking. Late Sunday night, the independent candidate was on the grounds to wrap up his campaign. Kwabena Owusu-Aduomi severed ties with the NPP after a declaration to run as an independent candidate in the upcoming by-election. Mr. Aduomi claims the NPP lacks leadership, dismissing allegations of being a traitor.
I don't want to say anything bad against the president. He is the president of Ghana. I'm not a traitor. When I lost the primaries, did I go independent? I did not. I took it in faith. But when there is an issue that is contrary to the guidelines and regulations of the NPP party, and people raise concerns, if they are good leaders, they should have solved it. If they are saying that I'm a traitor, even while I'm outside, the projects that I and Kofi Job we are doing, they all favor NPP. Aduomi is not a traitor. They should learn to be good leaders and solve problems that are in the party so that the party can stand up. I'm telling you, NPP has no spirit in Ejisu constituency and even in Ashanti region.
In response to the tag of being pushed by the NDC, Mr. Owusu-Aduomi wants the president to show evidence for the reason. He explains his candidature appeals to NDC supporters in the constituency due to his track record.
If the NDC man, if the president is saying NDC man, he has to prove I am not an NDC man because NDC people, they like me. All the works that I did, they are all benefiting. Where have they seen me wearing NDC colors? It's because I said I'm going independent. That's why. The people here who are NDC, they want to vote for Aduomi because Aduomi did projects that benefited them. Now, let me answer what he said I did it for them. Yes. Even when NDC was in power, I worked for my people. There are some 4 roads that I requested for from NDC government that was given me. 4 major roads. I did it in NDC time. So all the projects that I did, I love it and I had it. Having said that, I used my own pocket money. But who is government? Government is all of us. The roads were not done by the president's pocket money. It wasn't by the vice president's pocket money. It wasn't by any of them pocket money. It is the revenue, it is the sources, it's the funds of the state that were used to do it. What is important is that if you are an MP, you lobby for projects for your people.
Earlier, some supporters of Kwabena Owusu-Aduomi hit the streets of Ejisu to campaign. Six candidates are going into the race slated for Tuesday, but the NPP's Kwabena Boateng and independent candidate Kwabena Owusu-Aduomi are in lead to represent the Ejisu constituency in Parliament. For
This is
joining
proudly
us,
brought to you by
Nana
Franco
Yauchima.
Trading Enterprise. And if you're looking for any gadgets, please go to Franco Trading Enterprise because they have got you covered. Is it mobile phones you want? Is it television sets, tabletop fridges, air conditioners, or even you're looking for CCTV cameras? Look no further because Franco Trading Enterprise has got that and even many more. Just download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app, or go to our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa here. You've seen the video. The NPP actually invaded the Ejisu constituency, campaigning heavily. There were some videos that were trending as well over the weekend where Chairman Awontirim was campaigning, and some youth in that community were should I say booting at him or booing at him, or I don't even know the word to use, but they were like, away. And, he ended up joining them, chanting. That's the beauty of Chairman Awontirim. There's also been, the president speaking, saying that it's, for former member of parliament, that is Honorable, Kwabena Wosu-Ediomi, who is contesting as an independent candidate. And one of his main campaign message has been the fact that when he was the deputy minister for roads, he made sure that the roads in that constituency were constructed. Now, the president did say that if not for him, he couldn't have created those roads. And so nobody makes roads without his approval. Now, this has also been trending. But let me get my guests into this conversation to hear their take on it. Now, one thing that people are asking is that what is in Parliament that we see these men who keep going back? Because this man has been there 3 times. He could have just said, I'm retiring, looking at his age, but he says, I'm going back. And this time around, I'm contesting as an independent candidate. Maybe I should start this conversation with the main opposition party. They are not contesting this time. They have decided to sit back and watch. Some people say the NDC is supporting or campaigning behind the scenes. The NDC is denying it. But Honorable, what's in Parliament?
Yeah, what is in Parliament indeed, and what is in Joy Prime too, and what is in other state institutions that people can go to and fro. But I think that it's an institution for learning. It's an institution that gives you much more opportunities. That in a country where we've carved for ourselves a multi-party democracy, there are multiple choices that a politician and professional politicians, of course, can always choose and make within the various institutions of governance and so on. Others can decide to target the executive. Others can even decide to target the judiciary, even though we isolate the judiciary from partisan politics. But if a government wants to appoint you into the judicial service, you will not say, in fact, if you are indeed qualified and that is where you want to be. So what is in Parliament is that we want to serve the people of this country. There's no gainsaying the fact that when you're in Parliament, you are exposed to a lot of other global experiences that you wouldn't have had a chance to be. I've often said that, you see, there are certain areas of life in society that if you do not belong to that caucus or that society and those institutions, there are even some characters or some human beings you might not meet in life. You may see them on the screens and so on. So Parliament, as it is, it's a training ground. It's a ground for would-be professional politicians. It's a place that you have enough room to operate as a professional politician. And I would encourage everybody, if you are in the political scene, there are several institutions, like I told you. Parliament is one of them, and so on. You see, the issue that we are looking at as politicians is the monocracy involved. And the road leading you to get into the seat is so murky, it's so terrible, it has been so monetized to the extent that it has not put in the best people and the quality that we would need there, because a lot of beautiful people in this country, very intelligent people, very experienced, with a lot of acumen to be able to go to not just Parliament, but their contribution towards the expansion of our democratic frontiers, towards the expansion of our executive and parliamentary democracy has been curtailed because of the murky nature and the dangerous path to get into parliament and so on. And the fact that most people would often, if it would mean they have to sacrifice blood, they would do. Yesterday I saw them killing a big ram into one of the rivers in Ejisu.
You saw who?
The NPP in Ejisu.
You saw the NPP?
Yeah, it was a video that was brought. And they mentioned specifically.
Really? I haven't seen that video.
Yeah, it's there. I even sent it to my friend.
Honorable Aye-Paye, have you seen it?
And you see...
Is it NPP in Ejisu? The video I saw was a group of people believed to be the supporters of the independent candidate.
Yeah.
Casting instigations and cursing the Electoral Commission.
Yeah.
Should they rig the election in favor of the NPP?
Okay.
And
So it is not the NPP.
It's not the NPP in Ejisu.
All right.
It is not the NPP. The
Honorable.
video you sent to me and what I saw was supporters. People believe to be
Honorable Edrum.
exactly believed to be. Because
they mentioned the security. They mentioned Electoral Commission.
But it's not the NPP.
Okay, it's not.
People believe to be supporters of the independent candidate.
Okay, not the NPP.
Who were holding
are they not
at the riverside, cursing the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
If they rip the election on behalf of the NPP, how can the NPP curse and say that when you rake in favor of NPP?
It's a DME, not an NPP.
All right. No, he's running on the ticket anyway.
He's running as in our constitution.
Mr.
Per our constitution, as soon as you decide to go independent, whilst we have a candidate, automatically you cease to become a member of the party.
No, you don't. So
even followers, even your followers cease to become members of the party.
Okay,
so they are not.
You don't cease until the party itself takes steps, take you to this.
No.
Their constitution says.
Automatically you cease to become.
So, as a member of the NPP.
So why did they write officially? Why did they write officially to suspend people if they feel that?
No, they write to inform them that the action you've taken. We remind you per our constitution that you are not a member. They don't write to dismiss you. But they write to draw your attention. Even
they write to suspend you.
No, they write to draw your attention that per your actions, we want to inform you that you are not a member of our party. They don't write to dismiss you because as soon as you declare your support for an independent candidate, you cease to become a member
of the party.
Automatically. The writing comes to just inform you your actions.
It's a formality.
Exactly.
You know, we've seen these letters. Must we go back to them? What happened to Paula Fokenko? What happened to Kobna Japan? If you allow me to talk, we are delaying the program. We don't have. I am coming.
Mr. Aye-Paye, let me stick to this. So, from what we are talking about is actually, if you come in as an independent candidate, you cease to become a member of the party.
Listen to me. When you look at the party disciplinary procedure and law, we also have them too. Whatever your conduct, if your conduct does not inure to the benefit of the party,
that's different from
the punishment is graduated. Would you allow me?
But honorable,
it's graduated.
To be fair, if you are
don't let we don't have enough time, so don't let us battle over this tangential issue. But I'll just tell you the extent to which people can go in order to do that. So there are a lot of decent people who would not want to go that way. And even though we know them, that if these people were part of Parliament, they would have done their contribution to the best of their ability, to the best of their knowledge, per their training and per their credentials and so on. But because of the way the monocracy has taken over and the murky nature, the fact that a lot of people do not want some dirty linens of DS to be opened up. Sometimes people stay away. Be that as it may, we've come so far. We are in a democracy. We're in a multi-party democracy and will continue to be there. The issue regarding to Ejisu is not the first, by-election that we are doing. And we've seen Kumawu, we've seen Asinov, and then we are here again. And you see, the issue about, I was not, to be honest with you, I didn't think that the by-election would come on.
Why?
You remember that sometime there was a by-election that both parties agreed not to contest. both NDC and NPP, because it was the election year,
right?
And then it was like that we are going to waste resources. So why not just in order not to waste such resources, just let it go so that we can do it at the end of the elections and so on. It was a by-election, both major political parties agreed, and then we didn't conduct it in this country and so on. It is so, but this one is critical, like you did your intro. They need a seat because the slim nature of the numbers and the hung parliament. If MPP were having absolute majority like they had, I don't think this by-election would have taken place. Do you understand?
Right.
They would have let it go so that they would prepare for, because remember at the time Dr. John Kuma died, he was then the candidate. So they would have done the primaries and then let the fellow go in for the main elections.
Right.
But the president needs to he needs parliament approval on certain critical areas before he leaves. That was why that thinking, I believe, that went into this by-election, that the NPP is not leaving any stone unturned. You see, the conduct of the president is you see, the president seems not to learn his lessons.
How?
And the president must be told in no uncertain terms that he should not pretend that the people like him, they love him when he was an opposition leader, the way they loved him. Things have changed by his own conduct, by his policies, by his friends and family that he has brought into the NPP, and yet a large majority of the NPP people are suffering. Yet one fellow can be given so much position. This is the anger and the despondency in the NPP that has left the NPP so divided, not in the history of this country. The question is, when President Kufuor was leaving office, was that how NPP was so much divided? You go to an election. Look, your utterances in Asin helped the NDC to win. Your conduct in Fomena led the independent candidate to win. And you said that, you see, sometimes if you follow the conduct of Nanado, the president, you'll be tempted to say things that people would think that you don't respect. Look, he should not carry himself and look.
You have 7 minutes, so I can move to Honorable Aye-Paye.
As we talk now, you went there and you're accusing Honorable Aduemi of being an NDC fellow. Since when? He said, talked about the father. Aduemi, what did he do? He took over from what do you call it? A cabinet minister.
Cabinet minister.
Yes, it's the manner with which the fellow takes over, and the fellow is also dispossessed. When the establishment comes again, I'm a politician. When we feel that we are losing because there is a well-orchestrated and well-rehearsed agenda to get me out of power,
it hurts.
It hurts, and that hurt can translate into a lot of issues.
I think the case whereby he lost by 90 votes.
Yes.
When he actually did, contest with
the primary,
Mr. John Kuma,
yes,
he lost by 90 votes.
What it means is that if there was no support for John Kuma, he would have easily gone through. And then the candidates, as we see, we always read, no MP, no candidate contest who does not know the conduct of our people are the BDA national executive or regional or the constituency executive. We all know. So when the grounds for losing are not fair, we are human beings. People are hurt by that issue. If today's election, Aduemi wins, Aduemi will be winning because of the conduct of His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Okay,
not because of that.
All right.
You go to a tension area, very divided area. Your conduct should engender the people. Your conduct should be that I am the father. Whosoever of them wins, I will work with them. But to keep making the feel as if he has not been, and I know the background to which the president doesn't like Aduemi, but we'll come to the second phase of the discussion.
We'll definitely come to the second phase. So, Honorable Aye-Paye, he is a force to reckon with. 3 times in Parliament on the ticket of the NPP. We look at even his percentage of votes that he's been able to gather anytime he has contested on the ticket of the NPP. It's quite impressive. So this is somebody that the NPP is definitely, a bit scared of, right?
Let me first say good morning to your viewers, especially the president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And we should also not forget the fact that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the next president of the Republic of Ghana, has started his campaign tour. That's the first phase of the campaign tour,
Yeah.
which started yesterday and it definitely will end by the first week in June. He started from my region, that is Eastern region. Yeah, I should have been there in Koforidua to meet him, but because of the death of my auntie, and I have to lead the family to the mock for arrangement, I couldn't join them. But information we've had is that the tour has been so successful. Ghanaians, especially those in the Eastern, was able to visit about 7 constituencies within the region.
That's good.
And he met the groups, special identification group. Typical example are tailors, seamstresses, that is the artisans, apprentices. He met students, he met market women, and later the party people. So it's very fruitful. And we wish him well. The indication on the ground showed clearly that Ghanaians have understood the fact that the hardship in which we found ourselves now is a global issue. Dr. Bawumia said it yesterday, that it's a global issue that had affected Ghana. Ghana cannot be, we have a global village now. Ghana cannot be different. We know countries like UK, we have very strong, big shock absorbers, vibration dampers for the economy, are even finding it difficult to find ground for this situation. Japan, last time I saw, was about 228% to GDP. That is their debt portfolio. The last time US is about 120-something% debt to GDP. So it's everywhere. We are praying that Ghanaians will still have trust in the NPP government and vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to come and help and get these things done as we started. Yes, Dr. Engineer Kwabena Osu-Edwin, I entered Parliament with him in 2008.
Okay.
That's 2009. I was there with him. He lost the primaries in 2020, and I lost the main elections in 2020. So we both entered Parliament and left together. When I was in the same committee with him, that's a committee for Rules and Transport Committee in Parliament. When we won in 2017, he was the chairman of the committee.
Right.
And then President Akufo-Addo made him the deputy minister for roads and highways. Then I became the next chairman after he has left.
Okay.
So
you know him very well.
I've worked with him, very knowledgeable, especially when it comes in terms of road construction. He's a civil engineer by profession, and he has become the regional engineer for Ghana Highways Authority in the Ashanti region. So he has worked professionally. He's very good. If you listen to him, it seems not to be so happy what he called treatment
from the NPP.
From the NPP.
He said he petitioned the NPP.
But as a matter of fact, let us be fair to ourselves. As I sit here, my brother is aware. If I should also tell you what the treatment that I've gone through in the hands of my own party, NPP, this man's situation has been better.
Really?
I'm telling you, you've been a deputy minister for roads and highways. I was in Parliament for 12 consecutive times. Not even a board membership, let alone a board chairman.
12 years?
12 years. Not even a deputy minister. More so, for 4 consecutive years, no official, government official, party official visited my constituency. Wow. Not in 2020 elections. When things were so difficult that I needed somebody to come into my constituency to raise my hand. When an independent candidate was saying all sorts of things, the president said he cannot work with Aye-Paye. The president said, all weren't true. But what I was debunking these allegations. But I wanted the president to come and say that, hey, this is Aye-Paye. All what they are saying is not true. He is my man. I'm working with him. He never came to my for 8 years, 7 years that the president had been the president of this country, has never visited Ayensuano. But I'm still in the party. NPP is my party. I joined NPP in November 1992. The party itself was formed in May 1992, and I became a card-bearing member. So I was a member of the founding member of the party, except that per our constitution, a founding member of NPP is defined as members who sign the first registration form that went to the Electoral Commission.
Right.
If not so, it's not because of that definition. I would have called myself as a founding member. At 18 years, I was moving with Darocha, I was with Dr. Dubrahim and Co. When they were in the meeting, we sat and waited for them late in the night at Kokomlimli for them to close the meeting just to glimpse, to see them. and say that when you go back to the village after on vacation, because I've seen Edu Ibrahim before me, I've seen him, I've greeted Anadu Danko. The last time that Rocha, I greeted him. That's all, the joy of it. I even didn't know that what I was doing will land me in Parliament one day. So, Edu, I simply do not support what he's doing. We've all gone through it. But the party, that's how it is. Not all of us will have it so smoothly in the party. Edu Ibrahim himself was a leading founding member of our party. The first presidential candidate. He never enjoyed power. We won power in 2001 when Edu Ibrahim was still alive. Was he appointed as a board chairman, as a board member, as a guard? He didn't get any appointment from the first government. He died, and some of us were happy when we attended his funeral, when he went to his home and saw the type of the person we were following. They came to serve and form the party. And maybe for want of better choice of word, I would say he died as a, I don't want to use the word pauper, but as a poor man, because he used all his resources to form the NPP. He never benefited.
Wow. So why are you still in the NPP, Honorable?
It's my party.
It's your party. You love the party.
I love it. To the extent that I won 2 consecutive elections when the party was in opposition. But when the party came to power, I never got the support from my party and the government to retain the seat.
Wow.
Yes. But look, I moved from my constituency today. I left around 4:30 so that I can be here at 6:15
to support your party.
To support my party. Last week, I came here at 6:15. I went to Atinka at 8. I returned to Adum FM at 9. Even in the evening, I was invited to another program, but I was so tired. Today, from here, I'm going to Adum.
Are you being paid for
FM. Nothing. Nothing. Not even fuel for me to go around. I use my own fuel. I maintain my own vehicle, and I do this for my party. But you, Edu, you were deputy minister, not any mere ministry, but Ministry for Roads and Highways. The president said it right. You had the opportunity to lobby for this project in Ejisu because you were a deputy minister for Roads and Highways. When I became chairman for roads, I had the opportunity to lobby for roads in my constituency. Contractors work a rate certificate for 4 years, they have not been paid. Today, as I speak, contractors in Ayesu who worked for Ayesu roads have still not been paid. But you, because you were deputy minister, you were able to get payment for your contractors. When they talk like that, some of us sit back and say, why? You are saying this. What do you expect some of us to say? But the good news is that NPP is going to retain that seat. NPP will win. You've seen the...
How sure are you that
we are winning.
We are looking at
you see, if you look at, apart from that, look at the history of by-elections in strongholds of 2 political parties in this country, the NPP and the NDC. NPP wins Ejisu by 82% plus. NDC is not contesting. So definitely you will see all NDC supporters voting for the independent candidate, simply because they want us to have a 50-50 seats in parliament. So we have 2 independent candidates. You know, 1 independent candidate already sits with the NPP. So if Eduomi wins, they will try, if they can get him on their side, then maybe at the end of the day, we'll have 50-50 in parliament. Or maybe NDC will have the majority. But it won't happen because the NPP candidate, lawyer Boateng, is winning. It's winning because if you look at the history of by-elections in this country, let me first look at NPP. In our stronghold like Kumewu, no matter what you do, yes, the independent candidate, especially this time around that the NDC is not contesting, may end up having 40% plus. But whatever it is, the NPP candidate, being our strongholds, will have the majority, even if it is 1 vote.
Okay, talking about the history, we are looking at history where people who are from the NPP have gone independent and they have beaten the NPP anytime they go independent. We look at there's Joe, there is Fomena. You have lost.
Not lot. If you compare, for instance.
Yes. So history says that.
In my constituency, for instance,
yes.
Any time since I became a candidate in 2008, we'll be having NPP independent candidates. They have never won. It is only 2020 that they were able to pull some 1-point-something% vote, that caused the loss of the usual.
Well, were they members who had represented the NPP in Parliament? These are people that were
quite that to mention, Joe Aye-Paye wasn't a member of Parliament when he contested.
But Joe Aye-Paye beat the NPP.
I said, yeah, but he wasn't a member of Parliament. You were saying that people who have been members of Parliament.
He lost the
what I'm trying to see, yes. What he lost yes, he was MPP, he lost
and then
exactly.
And then he won.
What I'm trying to say is that we've been having independent candidates in most of our strongholds. So the ones that we call are few, comparatively few that have been able to win. So what I'm saying is that Aduomi is not going to win. We'll meet here next week. You know, we've been regular panelists on this show. So next week we'll be here and you
yes, to know if Aduomi will win or not.
So let us wait.
Okay.
MPP lawyer Kwabena Boateng is going to win these elections. It is not going to be easy for him, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is that he wins. What we've seen is the youths and some of the MPP members shifting to the camp of lawyer Aduomi, and the fact that, you know, Rose is a very critical issues in this country. So if an engineer who's been working with one of the major contractors in this country, even after Parliament, still you see him as a supervisor, supervising some major roles, including some roles in Ejisu. So definitely the people may like him. Listening to videos that we've seen, most people say, oh, we are going to vote for him. But the most important is that the core party people in Ejisu, don't forget about 80-something%. So if the Aduomi magic will reduce it, it will not go to the point that we move from 82% to zero. Definitely the MPP will
win.
If in the worst scenario...
Let me see if I have some messages that I'm hearing.
Yeah, if in the worst scenario, MPP refuse to win these elections, what is going to happen is that there's a saying in Akan, simply means that whether Aduomi wins or Boateng wins, they are coming to add to the MPP in Parliament.
But you just said that if you come on board as an independent candidate, you cease to be a member of the NPP.
Yes,
so how does Aduomi's win become an NPP win?
So no, you don't add to. You don't become a member of the NPP. I said you add to the MPP seats. You add to the seats. The MPP will have our seats in Parliament. In the worst scenario, if Aduomi wins, he comes to add to MPP seats. That doesn't mean that he's going to be a member of the MPP. But as soon as after he wins and he announced his return to MPP, he automatically loses the seat again.
Yeah.
He has cross carpet.
Okay.
So he can't do that. Okay. You need not to be a member of MPP before you can add to our Duma.
Okay. Yeah. Like the Fomena.
The Fomena is not an MPP member.
He's not
yet
MPP
he sits and votes.
But he sits for MPP.
Exactly, but he's not a member of the MPP.
Okay.
He is
so you are hoping that if Aduomi should win, he will sit and vote with the NPP.
Yes, he adds to our numbers in Parliament.
Okay, let me read some. I don't know if the NDC will say same, because there's some allegation that's coming up that the NDC is actually supporting Mr. Aduomi. Let me read some messages coming in, and this one says, let me see. Okay. All right, let me take it from here. Meshak Asante at Amasaman says President Mahama has already taken over the whole country with his game changer 24-hour economy policy. So Dr. Bawumia should not worry himself touring the country, because it will not yield any good results, because Ghanaians are fully aware that he is the captain of all liars in the whole of Africa. So nobody take his words serious. Greetings to Sedem Apenyo, incoming MP Amasaman. Madam Host, please. The comment that the president of Ghana made about the Ejisu independent candidate relating to his candidature to NDC, which was extremely unfortunate. He should focus on solving the national crisis, which has become an albatross on the neck of the people in Ghana. Again, please, the Minister of Education should go and come back again, because his statement is not encouraging. Has he considered schools under trees, absence of textbooks, lack of furniture, no incentives for teachers to bring quality in schools? Posterity will surely judge him. Power from Secretary Pabwasi. All right, Power. This one says, Francis Arthur Atamasama Kese Rosalind, good morning. Yesterday, I was at Flagstaff House and Nanado called Bawumia. The rejection in Ashanti North is so clear and bold. It seems our old lies are no longer working. So, Bawumia, you need to come up with new lies for election 2024 or else campaign no beton. Okay, greetings to incoming President John Dramani Mahama and incoming MP Amasaman Sedem Apenyon. Good morning to you. The Ejisu by-election has been a contentious issue in Ghana political landscape, and the recent withdrawal of the injunction application has brought some resolution to the electoral process. However, it has also raised questions about the integrity of the electoral system and the need for stronger safeguards to protect against fraud and malpractices. The election to proceed after the plaintiff withdraws the injunction application sets an important precedent for future elections in Ghana, emphasizing the importance of upholding democratic principles and ensuring a fair and transparent electoral process. Aaron Bebako Kokomisa. Aaron, you have been missed. It's been a while since you sent us a message. Honorable Akesime. Good morning, Honorable. Good morning, Obapa Rosalind to the whole Yasi. Why does NPP afraid of a Dromi? President Nanado must be reminded that he took an oath to treat all Ghanaians equal. It surprises a lot that each time this man speaks, he's just tearing the country apart. The last time he was reported to have said because the people of Ekunfi did not vote for his preferred candidate, that was the reason why he had to halt all development projects in the constituency. It is high time Nanado is impeached to show us an indication to all elected presidents when you are elected into an office, you are for the whole nation. And if that is the case, the president of NPP should do the honorable thing by resigning for the NPP to get him a stool to occupy. And just so people should vote for the independent candidate, Eduomi. Big ups to KMJ, my man. Honorable Akesime Seshubekwai. All right, Honorable, thank you for sending that message. Alaji Hamza Pickfab says, good morning, Rosalie. In my humble opinion, I don't think the NPP as a political party is ready to learn from their past mistakes. Remember, these attacks and insults happened in Fomena. And at the end of the day, the independent candidate won, and he's now the second deputy speaker of parliament. I was sad listening to President and Dr. Bawumia going around saying a vote for Honorable Aduomi is a vote for the NDC instead of them to campaign on their messages. The NPP should remember they can fool some people sometimes, but they cannot fool all the people all the time. As for Dr. Bawumia, the least said about him, the better. I don't think Dr. Bawumia has anything better to offer to the good people of this country. He's facing serious credibility crisis, and the 2024 elections is going to be based on trustworthy experience and credibility, and this is where President Mahama stands tall. Dr. Bawumia can no longer be trusted. He promised to transform our economy from taxation to production. What do we see today? Free fall of city, needless borrowing, sheer incompetence and recklessness. Dr. Bawumia clearly has no credibility to lead this country as president. A vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for Akufo-Addo's third term, and that will mean doom for our dear nation. Good morning to Honorable Timothy Atabuade, Daniel Akbaliok from Sandema. Good morning, my sister Rosalind. Good morning to you. My light has been off, so I can't watch your program. Oh, I'm so sorry. We are trying so hard to fight this doom so menace. And it's not doom, so it's actually intermittent power outage, and we are hoping that it will be solved very, very soon. This government cannot solve the Doomsday problem, but the president is going around commanding chiefs to stand up and greet him. Very soon, journalists will have to stand before they mention the president's name. God will save Ghana from King Nebuchadnezzar, no matter the amount of money his people will share. Solomon Zainu Martin Luther. Okay. Good morning, Rosalind, and your panelists. The by-elections in Ejisu will have all eyes off Ghanaians, following it with much anticipation and rapt attention for its winner to represent Parliament. The people of Ejisu will vote massively for a responsible candidate for development and not self-centered candidate. We are building a better Ghana, Richard says so. Okay, Akunsi Gariba from Tamale says, good morning, Rosalind. Greed is a major cause of poverty in Ghana, especially in the case of a Ejisu independent candidate who has been in Parliament for the NPP party 3 times. If you have ungrateful party members like Pabna Eduomi and Mr. Alan, the country cannot develop with such attitude. BMW is possible. All right. Good morning, Rosalind and your panelists. As for the Ejisu by-elections, NPP is battling with its own shadow. They have amassed wealth to the extent every occasion they want to show off. Yesterday, what I saw at Koforidia doesn't show a country in hardship. I have firmly concluded that NPP is richer than Ghana's whole economy. This administration has produced a generation of lawless, greed, corrupt, without any sense of patriotism. Greetings, Honorable Awontirim. Come back from home. Come back from home. Hey, no. You're telling you to come home.
No, what he's saying is that welcome back.
Oh, welcome back from home. Oh, right. Okay. Hey, my eyes. You need no prophet to tell you that Mr. Dromi's move to contest as an independent candidate is an orchestration between himself and the NDC. He's just a traitor. Amino in Sawam. All right, let's see what we have here. Sami Boachi Asamankese says lawyer Kwabena Boateng will survive as MP, and he is the obvious choice to replace John Kuma. And no amount of propaganda and mischief will stop the people of Ejisu to vote massively for the NPP candidate. Breaking the 8 is possible to protect the free SHS with Dr. Baumia. Regards to Honorable Charles Echampo and Frank Esiedu Bekoy, a.k.a. Protozoa. All right, so this is all I'll read for now, but don't forget to go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets. What gadgets are you looking for? Is it mobile phones? Is it television sets? Is it tabletop fridge? What are you looking for? They have all of that and even many more. Even CCTV cameras, they have it. You can actually download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app, or visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still fun, papa, fee. Honorable, I was saying that it looks like the NDC is alleged that the NDC is behind, Honorable Edromi.
Rosalind, I agree with Honorable Aye-Paye on sometimes the unfortunate treatment of strong party people like him, including myself. It has happened in both parties and so on. Sometimes when you are not strong-willed, you are tempted to take the issue to another level altogether. But you see, sometimes it needs the grace of God to go through all this meandering process in our political lives and so on. When it does happen, it takes a stronger man to stay in the institution to fight the internal ills and so on and so forth. So for me, it is not anything new. But like I told you, the road to losing can be so hurtful, can be so painful that if you are not strongly willed, sometimes you are also, it isn't the institution you hate. It isn't the party you hate. You are doing it looking at the one who caused you. You understand? Look, Aduemi, I must tell you, look, you can be a minister, but you will not have the power and authority to do what you want to do. You are only hanging on as a position holder.
But is it not better than somebody who goes to Parliament 12 years and not get anything?
I'm coming. You see, politics is not how we look at it. They can even make you a minister of finance, and the spending fellow is sitting at the Flaster House and directing what to do.
Really?
Yes, politics is not the way people look at it. They can make you a minister for a road, and yet even for a road to get to your constituency, you cannot send it.
But he sent a road to his constituency.
Listen to him, I know a lot. And he knows, but he cannot go there because, look, Aduemi is even the much more hatred by which Nanado didn't like was the fact that Nanado alleged that the Dubai Circle interchanges here, that the contract was overinflated. And like he said, he was on the committee. And Aduemi said, no, you can't say that. I'm a professional on the thing. The thing was what they did. That was the first thing. Look, when Aduemi became the deputy minister, Aduemi wanted projects to be sent to his constituency. It was a problem. Road projects. You remember the interview he said that even in NDC, he had 3 main roads that he sent there, and then the roads were done. And that when he did the road, didn't he do them for the people of Ejisu? Did he do them from NDC? Even under NDC, 3 main roads that he said, how come that his own government, even though he was there, you see, Rosalind, when a party wants to remove you, they'll give you the position. But they know what to do to remove. That is the guy's. In any case, how come that the NPP party is so divided to the extent that even the speaker as we talk today is not an NPP speaker? As we talk today, the establishment, including the president, supported Baumia, but Baumia could not make 70% as projected. only 61. That tells you a lot of the... How come that are from you remember Solomon Owusu said the day he resigned from NPP was his happiest day apart from his birthday.
Which Solomon Owusu?
Solomon, one of the spokesperson for
Movement for Change.
Is it Charles Owusu?
Charles Owusu.
Charles has never been a member of the NPP.
Which Charles Owusu?
Charles Owusu.
It's not Solomon.
Yeah.
Not Solomon.
Which Charles?
He speaks for Alan.
But he has never been a member of the NPP.
The man said the day I resigned, I've been going on communications and they've always
never. Charles Owusu is PPP.
He's not NPP.
No.
Okay. Maybe.
He said it on Angel TV.
But he wasn't.
And your
he has never been a member of
Solomon Owusu has never been an MP.
No.
But he said he resigned from the MPP.
Maybe PPP, you didn't hear him.
No. Or what do you do that?
The purpose
you allow me. It's not a major distance.
Yes, and even
it's not a major distance.
Okay.
It's not a major distance. Let me tell you.
Never been a member.
That the day he resigned
and
was
I know
his
him.
happiest day. Because the party has become Nana Poison's party.
That's what he said?
That was why he said on Angel TV. In fact, Oketechi hosted the program. It speculated. And the NPP guy he saw the day that day, he shouted on him. Now, you see, how come that under Nanado, people like Dr. Kennedy Atta, Dr. Reku Brobe, Dr. Azan, Professor Koko Azan, Citizen Kofi Amwabe, and all, who seem, apart from Reku Brobe and the other people who are seen to be, but these business people are all gravitating away from the MPP. The spirit and the energy that used to be in MPP, you know it.
It happens in all political parties.
I'm coming. Ejisu, the elephant belly. You heard the interview people saying that spirit na MPP more kumasi ni nyina akọ. Is the president pension to pay people. He's an unforgiving fellow. Look.
How do you know this?
Look, Rosalind, when he's talking about my party, I'm talking about we are politicians. We know a lot. We communicate among ourselves.
And you know the president.
We know, look, we know great people in MPP, what they've said. Those who have moved out is different. Those who have moved out, they are even not dangerous. But those in the party, great guys, that after a year they even call you and tell you.
But this is
you see, you will not. You see, when you have a president who should focus, and in fact, Nanado is the only president who said that I have been on this road for the past 40 years. So you have learned under all the presidents, and I keep saying that at his age, at present, you should move everybody together. There shouldn't be division. Look at what happened in the case of their presidential primaries. Do you need a soothsayer to tell you what they put in place for Bawumia to get 61%? If Bawumia had gone alone, even got 50%, that would have shown his real strength. That would have shown his real strength. And for me, his conduct even goes beyond that. And I'm beginning to doubt whether the president is the real Democrat that we knew when he was in the position. How can the president say that I am going to do everything in my power to ensure Bawumia win? Another aspect. To go to war. Oh, he said it, but don't let us distort this thing. He said it, he said it. He said it.
No, he actually did say that he is not for any particular candidate.
I'm saying that the elections that we are now going, including John Mahama.
Okay, so for that one,
he said he's going to do everything to ensure Dr. Ba. You go to war, then you go to the Wanas Palace and tell that you cannot, President Akufo-Addo, you cannot hand over to John Mahama the one you have beaten. First of all, you should know that it wasn't John Dramani Mahama who handed over to you. It was the people of Ghana who handed over to you. And your mere presence is a ceremonial. In fact, the Constitution says that when you are voted and you get the majority, you'll be sworn in on the 7th of January. No one can stop it, handing over or not. The president should not carry himself. I see people laugh him to the center when he says it. Your policies have failed people. So that even a former Chief Justice under your government says that all the money you borrowed, what did you use it for? And that he has now been ungagged. He will now say it. Your people are leaving a party that Kufuor. I'm coming there. Your party people are living in drones. Like, is that how Kufuor left the party for you?
Honorable,
now,
I just want to know.
Now,
is the NDC
now let me come to be
Honorable
honest
Ejisu?
with you. The NDC is not supporting Honorable Aduomi first. Two, there hadn't been any plan from our national or any of us that go and support anyone. But it is a natural phenomenon that those at the constituency level, if we do not put our candidate there, they will choose the candidate that resonates well with them and support. If by that, our people at the constituency level are throwing their weight behind, Mr. Honorable Aduomi, it isn't a party sanctioned thing, but they know on the ground, because we all have our constituencies. If in my constituency, a particular party or a particular party thinks that they can support me because teams conduct resonate. For instance, in my constituency, I know that anytime I'm contesting, even the NPP, some NPP people support me, PNC, my own party, and so on, because they know me very well, how I conducted myself.
Okay, so the naturally...
We have not...
No official...
We have not done any official support to Aduomi. Where the president got that and his apologies is a figment of his own imagination. Right. But the people at the constituency level can reason and know who they will throw their weight behind. Just like, as we said this morning, if NDC have thrown their weight behind Aduomi at the constituency level, there are also MPP supporters who have equally thrown their weight behind Aduomi because of who he is and what he has done for the constituency.
Right. Honorable.
Well, let me first put on record that Charles Owusu has never been a member of the NPP.
Solomon Owusu.
Do we have Solomon Owusu? Well,
he's the guy, he's the spokesperson for Honorable Awontirim. You know him.
Yes,
he's quite loud like that.
Yeah. The Charles Owusu I know was one of the spokesperson of Honorable Awontirim, I think.
Okay, that's
he
Charles.
Was Charles Owusu, yes.
Okay.
And he was a national executive member of the PPP. Okay. He had a very soft spot for the NPP, and he was a personal assistant to the late
Sir John.
Sir John.
Yeah, he's my friend.
So he's Charles Owusu.
He has Solomon Owusu.
If
it is Charles, it's a bit.
But if you're saying that the same person, this person was, spokesperson for
Sir John. Proud to 2016 election, we had a slogan called "Change Must Come."
Okay.
Yeah, he was Charles Owusu who.
But he was working with Sir John.
Yes, at the Forestry Commission.
You remember he's the one.
And he's not a member of the NPP.
He wasn't a member of the NPP. He was PPP.
Okay.
A member, a national executive member of the PPP. And he was working with Sir John.
Okay.
And when Sir John became the CEO for Forestry Commission, he became his special assistant later. I think one of the directors had the monitoring and evaluation.
Okay.
So
the one I'm talking about is Solomon Owusu.
He's not. He's Charles Owusu. Don't mind him. And also, I listened to Honorable Aduomi. I told you I was with him. He was my chairman, and I succeeded him when he left to become a deputy minister. I became the chairman for the Roads and Transport Committee. And he said that he himself spotted some roads not only in Ejisu, but even some roads in a central region. He sent his boss, the then substantive minister for roads. He approved for him and supervised the road for it to be constructed. So if you sit here, these are from the horse's own mouth. So if you sit here and see that, yes, you can be made a minister, yet you cannot send project to even your own constituency. I was with the minister for roads, the then former minister for roads, Honorable Makwata. When the Honorable Aduomi was the deputy minister, he came there, brought some 2 road projects and said, I want to send this thing for tender processes. I was there when the minister gave him the approval to supervise the tender and make sure that the project is done. I don't know. I didn't look at the documents. I didn't know where that project was. But 2 contracts I saw.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here. And the man himself is not hiding this. He's been telling his people, even right this at this primary, he's been telling his people that I've been able to bring a lot of projects in the constituency. Where did he get them from? What the president sees is that
Honorable wants us to know that he's Solomon Owusu.
Well, I would want to make it on point that yes, per law, the president appoints ministers and deputy ministers. The president sanctions the budget, the national budget. The Parliament approved the appropriation bill, the President assents to it. So every project that is done across the country is being done by the President. So if you are an MP and you lobby a project to your constituency, it is the President's representative, which happens to be the minister, who approves it. So in the other way, the President who have done those projects. So let us be factual on this. Yes, as an individual MP, your influence can send a lot of projects in your constituency. But at the end of the day, the bar stops at the President. If you fail, you say that, I sent it to, but the President, through the minister, didn't do it. So if it has been done, the President has also right to claim some credit. I quite remember when I came to my constituency as an MP for 2009, when NDC former President Mills, the late, was then the president of this country, Ayensuano was part of Suhum Krabako district. And Suhum Krabako, Ayensuano being a small communities, dotted communities coming to form a constituency, all the development projects goes to Suhum. So the first thing I started was to lobby then the President for me to get a separate district, and he did. President Mills supported me, and I had a separate district for Ayensuano. So if you go now, we have Suhum Municipal Assembly, and then Ayensuano district. And because we had a district, a lot of projects, including the day senior high school in Enuma Papem. When I came, out of about 300,000 villages, only 8 or 10 were having national electricity grid to the national grid. Before I left, almost all the 300 communities, some started. I quite remember 75 communities were done under Mills Mahama. But the fact is that it is the MP who lobbied for it. So if Eduemi says that I have lobbied, the people are there, they know what he has done for them. But the most important thing is that in all this, your party first. First is Ghana, followed by your party. You are in parliament to serve Ghana. You are in parliament to serve your party as well. So you must also look at the position in which NPP government finds itself now. Well, maybe if in the West Nile he wins, he's coming to add, as I said, to our seat in parliament. But we need that seat badly for us to push our agenda through parliament before the end of...
You do need a seat badly.
Before this. And my friend said something. When we are talking and educating Ghanaians, we shouldn't forget the constitution and the laws in this country. That the law says that if any member of parliament dies or vacates his post or is impeached, 6 members to elections, we should wait for the national elections. But if it is more than 6 members, the by-elections should be held. So if we are holding by-elections today, it is not anybody's fault. There's nothing wrong. That's what the constitution says. And the framers of the constitution were so much aware that it may come to a point whereby the difference between the two parties may be one. So indeed, the party, when there's a loss in an election, a seat, there must be somebody in parliament to break the tie for us to get projects through. So the election is going to be done. I've also seen rates, injunction. You see, we must understand some of these things. And I don't know why some judges don't look at the law before they act. We have 3 separation of powers, and this separation of power is superior, is higher than the judge that sits at the court. So you cannot sit at your court and put an injunction on the Electoral Commission, while the law says that nobody, not even the president, can stop the Electoral Commission from performing its duty. So you sitting at the court, you have no right, you have no powers, not even the Supreme Court. Supreme Court can act only after the election has been done, after a decision has been taken and somebody taking the decision to court. Then the Supreme Court can say that we nullify it if it doesn't go or it goes contrary to the laws of this country. But in the process, in the performing of the duty, that's what has happened. I saw it as our second topic, but I don't know whether we are going to discuss it. That when Parliament is doing its work, when executive is doing its work, somebody from Parliament can go to the third arm of the government to stop the first arm from performing its duty. It doesn't happen like that. The law doesn't permit it. You cannot do that. You see, because when Parliament is in process doing its work, the Chief Justice cannot stop Speaker of Parliament and Parliament from performing its duties. So also, when the executives, the President and his ministers are performing in cabinet, no Speaker of Parliament can stop them from doing that. And when Parliament is in process working, the Supreme Court has no right to stop Parliament. If the law is passed, somebody can take the law to Parliament, the Supreme Court, for Supreme Court to nullify the law. That one is allowed in the books, in the law. But when we are in the process, when Parliament is in the process of performing its duty, Supreme Court has the third arm has no right. So you can't go to court and say that the court should stop the executive from performing its duty, or the court should stop Parliament from performing duty. Then where lies the separation of power that we are preaching? So let us be fair when factual when we are dealing with issues
and
like
what
this.
you're talking about is in regards to the anti-LGBTQ.
Exactly. What?
I wish we had time to talk about it, but it looks like the Ejisu by-elections is actually taking almost all the time.
So for me, Ejisu people, they know. And indeed, they are going to vote for the NPP candidate.
Okay.
And the NPP candidate is going to win. And I'm appealing to them.
Yeah.
They should be very careful. Some of us, including him as a CCA, we've gone through same in the party. And you will not get it 100%. If you open the phone lines and say only members of parliament or former members of parliament who have gone through some challenges in their own party in government should speak, and they are bold enough, you hear things. I can give a typical example, like the MP for Asante Achim Central, Honorable Enimedu. He's a law lecturer. Before he came to parliament, he was a law lecturer at KNUST. He's been in parliament. He's going for his 5th term. Yeah. When he ends this year, he has finished his 4th term. Not even a deputy minister.
Oh, no, are you going to try again? Or
No.
You are not going again?
And then the committees in which he chairs in parliament, I asked myself, why should we treat this man like that? And he has won again. He's going for the 5th term.
Wow.
20 years. So it happens like that. Look at the way the Ahoys were treated under John Mohammed's government. To the extent that he was so pained. He was so pained that when they introduced the running mate, look at the comment that came. That comment came out of pain. So it is not about in MPP alone.
So
look at where the Kofi and the host and co. After the death of President Mills, look at the way they were treated in their same party. To the outcast, they weren't like non-entity. Nobody recognized them as being members of the MPP. That is why they have forced Bahama and said that, look, if you want us to join you, if you want us to be part of your campaign team, then we have this our running mate. Whether you like it or not,
he's already campaigning for Baumia.
And they are even praying to the extent that they are praying.
Who is the running mate that they wanted?
Yes, he's asking you.
No, but you said it.
Yes, they wanted Jenana to be the running mate of former President Mahama. And he had no choice. If you don't pick him, we are not joining you. If you are not picking me, and he picks him. And even after picking him, the Ahoys were even praying that in the West Naro, should John Mahama wins, he should die along the line
they actually retracted that statement.
But he said it, and he meant it. And he spoke out of faith.
Let's continue.
Yes, saying that former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo he used some words that I don't want to repeat them to describe the president and say that he has destroyed the MPP party.
Nanado is here ordering cheese.
Then it is John Mahama who has destroyed the NDC.
How would that add votes to you?
People in
Nanado.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Let me read some messages. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
That the president should die.
I will come back to you. I will come back to you. Okay, all right. Let me come back to you. Let me read some messages coming in. Sami Boachi Asimankese says, Lawyer Kwabena Boateng will survive as MP, and he is the obvious choice to replace John Kuma, and no amount of propaganda and mischief will stop the people of Ejisu to vote massively for NPP candidate. I think I've already read this one. The upcoming Ejisu by-election is an important test of Ghana's democratic processes, and it is crucial that it proceeds smoothly and without incident. The EC's assurance that the police will be heavily present to maintain law and order is a positive step towards ensuring a peaceful and fair election. By working together to uphold the principles of democracy, we can help to create a more just and inclusive society for all citizens. Aaron Bebako Kokomisa, people of Ejisu, your best bet is Mr. Eduomi. If you vote for him, he will be a power broker. He will leverage on that for development. He will be able to make demands from NPP for a massive development before joining them in parliament for them to get the majority they desperately needed in parliament. But if the lawyer wins, he will whip in line to backbench in parliament. Hey, really? Are you sure? Okay, Kwame Acidity, I have for Achering Sua. Former MP Honorable Kwabena Owusu-Edwumi has declared his intention to contest independent candidates. While President Akufo-Addo Baumia is making allegations on him, I'm urging all the delegates to vote massively for Edwumi and avoid monocracy on Ejisu by-elections. NPP is heading to opposition. Nothing can save it. My regards to Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda, MP for Esuti Fi. Good morning, Roslyn. Come what may, NPP will surely... Hey, okay. Come what may, NPP will surely win the Ejisu seat, but given the massive development in the area and in the name of the late John Kuma, Dr. Baumia's tour in the Eastern region is indeed yielding results, energizing the base of the NPP with his touching policies. Yes, it's possible. Greetings to Honorable Aye-Paye and Honorable Timothy Atabuade, and the hope of Asman Kese constituency, Honorable Yaya Kasimata, with his swift response to the needs of the constituents. With CAS, victory is assured from Ofe Amasterman. All right, Ofe. Oh, you know him, eh?
The assembly.
All right, so I don't know what's going on here, but let me see if I can. Good morning, Joy Prime. Today I want to use the opportunity to ask the National House of Chiefs of their importance of the reason of their existence. In fact, the son of royal home. Oh, so you want to talk about this one? We'll definitely talk about it another day. I think this is to do with the president's ordering the chiefs to get up to greet him, but this is not our main topic, so we'll talk about that another time. But don't forget to go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets. What gadgets are you looking for? Is it a mobile phone, television set, tabletop fridges, and even more? We have all of that. Just download the app on your phone. It's actually Franco Trading Enterprise. So the app on the phone is Franco Trading app, and you can visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Fantastic Wilberforce Session Assurance Sawin. So if your driver or your boss is driving us into a ditch and you have superior knowledge and you allow your boss to drive about 33 million Ghanaians into a ditch, then you don't have any knowledge on your driving skills. Regards to Honorable Kofi Benti Afo, incoming MP for Sefiwioso constituency. Daniel Akpaliok. Dr. Bawumia can no longer be trusted. He promised to transform our economy from taxation to production. What do we see today? Free fall of the city, needless borrowing, sheer incompetence, and recklessness. Dr. Bawumia clearly has no credibility to lead this country as president. A vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for Akufo-Addo's third term, and that will mean doom for our dear nation. Good morning to Honorable Timothy Atabuade. Okay. Honorable Letitia Pure Love Mensah says, good morning. Good morning, Honorable Letitia. Bialogo Adichega says, this morning, Dumkra. Oh, sorry, Bialogo. We can feel your pain from where we are. We can actually feel it. I wish we had time to do the anti-gay bill, but unfortunately we don't. So let's just take our final opinions on the Ejisu by-election.
Yes. If today, Ejisu by-election is being conducted, and it's now it has dawned on the NPP to go and construct roads, like we've seen on the and then the youth is saying they know that they are doing this because of this. If your policies cannot win you elections, and an independent candidate is threatening your winning there, then you have no business going there with the whole establishment to campaign for your candidate. The candidate should be able to write on your policies. The people who have benefited from your policies should say that, no, we don't want a change, no matter how come. If a DME at the end of the day is a threat, and you even beat him, it means that DME is the real winner because he comes in as an independent fellow, someone who is going to win based on his strength and his
comes in as an independent fellow, but
this
is a man who has run on the ticket of the NPP.
You know the MPP, and you see, my brother, when we are talking, don't go and be bringing Koko and you the whole and all those things. It hasn't worked.
You brought
and I brought what? In. Look, in your party as in your party as we sit this morning, Professor Frimpong Boateng, Honorable Ajaku, former Minister for Energy, Dr. Kennedy Atta, Dr. Reku Bro.
They have never wished the death of the president.
Doctor,
they haven't.
Listen to me.
Like, as when you go to that tangent, then it means if you've got
if you allow me to talk, Dr. Nyahotamakulo and many more of the MPP, cream de la creme, are so appalled and embarrassed by the abysmal performance of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for whom they trusted that would have turned this country around. As I speak to you this morning, this country cannot even borrow $1 from our international creditors and the capital market. You collapsed banks. And he should have learned from Obama that in 2008, when Wall Street in the US, listen to me carefully, when the financial crunch came, what did Obama do? Obama asked the American Reserve Bank to print $15 trillion
Okay.
to resuscitate banks like Morgan Stanley.
Let me go
Citibank,
on Zoom and speak with our...
Chase Manhattan.
I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Let me go on Zoom. We are going to Kumasi, all the way to Kumasi, to find out what is happening in the Ejisu constituency. They are getting ready to vote, and Nana Boakye is joining us. He's actually our Ashanti region correspondent. Good morning, Nana Boakye. So we are trying to get Nana Boakye to have a conversation. This is probably brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. What gadget are you looking for? Franco has got all of that. They have mobile phones, they have television sets, tabletop fridges, air conditioners, CCTV cameras, and even many more. Just download the app on your phone. It's Franco Trading app on your phone, or you can actually go and check us out on our website. You get every detail that you need there. It's www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise. Still from Papa. We are still on the Ejisu by-elections, which is taking place today. Now, if the NPP should lose this elections, the NPP automatically becomes a minority in parliament, meaning that history will be made. But from what Honorable Aye-Paye is saying, they will still be able to pull this independent candidate, if it should win, though, to their side to vote on the ticket of the NPP if it should go to Parliament. Let me speak with our correspondent for Ashanti region. I'm talking about Nana Boakye, who is there, and he's going to tell us exactly what is on the ground. Hi, Nana Boakye. Good morning.
A very good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
We are fine, thank you. Tell us currently what's happening.
Well, preparations by the Electoral Commission ended not long ago, and so the electoral process has started here in the Ejisu constituency. And right behind me, you can see that some voters are going to cast their vote. I don't know if you can see that clearly.
Yeah, I can see
some
it.
people are already. The process started not long ago. Polling agents are here, parties, people are here. Those representing the NPP and the independent candidates from the Awontirim are all here. And so the process is ongoing now at various polling centers here in the Ejisu constituency.
Right. But do you think people will come out in their numbers to vote? Because I'm looking at the numbers and it doesn't look too encouraging as of now.
That is really the problem now. And the places that we have visited, we do not see any form of any massive turnout. Just where I am currently, you can see that the numbers are not huge. It is the same as every other place that we have visited this morning or since the process started. But we are hopeful that as time goes on, people will be coming out to cast their votes. But then as it stands now, people are not coming in as we expected because of the turnout generally, I must say, is poor.
Right, so they are trickling in little by little.
Exactly.
Right.
But people are sure, as parties people, and then the polling agents continue to engage others outside, they'll fuel it to come in and then cast their vote, definitely.
But are they doing so currently? Are they trying to do door-to-door campaign as of now to move people from their homes to come vote?
Well, that is not right at the moment. We cannot go out and then force people to come and cast their votes because everything campaign is over.
Yes.
But then you can see that some of them are engaging them with not openly. They are telling them to just really come in and then cast their vote. The process started not long ago, so we don't really want to jump into the numbers at the moment. But as it goes on, I'm sure that definitely people will be having that kind of encouragement.
Right. Nana Boakye, hearing this, it means that we'll definitely have to come to you later, probably during the show. Maybe around that time, we'll see more numbers coming in to cast their votes. Thank you so much.
Exactly. Thank you, too.
All right. So this is what is happening in the Ejisu constituency. Yeah, we were talking about voter turnout. It might be a bit low.
Yes, that is what experience we've had in all previous by-elections. Mostly the turnout is low. So I'm just urging my party people and just we have 5 police station executives across all the police stations in that constituency. So they should try as much as they can to move house to house to push people out, to convince people to come out and vote. The higher the turnout, the better for our candidates, because if anything to go by, it is the NPP stronghold. So when a party sets in, it affects our party. And because those who want to vote for the independent candidate want to prove a point, definitely they will quickly go out and vote. So what the party should do in the constituency, NPP, is try to convince the party executive, the polling station executives to move house to house, convincing people, urging people to come and vote for our candidates. That is Lawyer Boating. You see, anytime people talk about that there's hardship, we agree, as Dr. Baumia said yesterday in Kuforidu, that it's a global phenomenon which has affected this country. But we should also not forget the fact that when the NDC took over in 2009, our debt portfolio was 26% to GDP. That is after we've gone through Aye-Paye and Akufo. But then when they came, they moved it from 26% to 72% to GDP. You see, so looking at adding 46% within 8 years, and then when we came, we have to do rebasing. The rebasing brought out to 56% to GDP. And it went up to 104% to GDP. And then later on, today, as we speak, debt to GDP is around 66.4%. And these are, it is. You can cross-check. So I said it went up to 104% to GDP. Today, it is 66.4% to GDP. So people should not forget the fact that if you want anybody who have added so debt to this country so much that it affects the development and our economy. It was the NDC who added 46%.
All right.
Before left us with 20%. When you were talking, I was sitting down here. Check to put him in order. When you were talking, I was sitting down here. So if it is a junk economy, it's because you
and my guests have been Honorable Aye-Paye, who represented the NPP, and Honorable Timothy Atabwade, who represented the NDC this morning. If you are in Ejisu constituency, please go out and vote for your candidate. It's time for you to vote and make the right decision. If you want the NPP to retain the seat in Parliament, vote for the NPP candidate. If you want the independent person to go to Parliament, vote for the independent candidate. This is All Time with Emitters, proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. My name is Roslyn Felly. Up next is What's Trending with the Sidwa Akunya.
There's no tracker.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun fee.